Good morning, people. I hope you all had a good weekend. Let's jump into some prep here, family. And first things first, let's take a look here, guys, at the economic calendar and see what we got coming our way this week. So, August 17th, let's take a look here. And here you go, guys. Tuesday, we do have the Fed at 2 p.m. So, we got the Fed minutes coming here this week. And then Thursday, you got the jobless claims as usual. And that's about it, guys. So, mainly, this right here is, it could be a total non-event. It could cause a move in the market. It's just something, guys, to be aware of. So Wednesday, 2 p.m., we got the Fed, and that is that. So we'll see if that has any impact on the market here. And as we head into the week, here's kind of my general thoughts on this market. Now let's kind of clean up. Let's get rid of all this crap, and let's get this 21 EMA up here. Here we go. My general thoughts are, guys, I'm just basically kind of looking for a continuation here of this trend until I'm proven wrong, So we've gone through this typical series here of, making a move down to the 21, making a move away from it, right? Just a nice, healthy, trending market here. And that's basically what's happened over the last week or so. Going back a couple of Fridays, we see some rotation out of tech into the other sectors. Then that rotation comes to an end, and they're jumping back here into tech. So, of course, guys, we could pull back a bit from here, but my perspective on the market is as long as we're above the 21, then this trend is, good and alive. And I'm looking for the continuation of it. So that's kind of my simple thought process, guys. And then as far as what I'm focusing on, right, those of you guys and girls in the Focus Trades group, you're looking at my list here every morning. So for those of y'all unfamiliar, this is basically my book of business. Right? Every evening, guys, every weekend, I'm filling up the spreadsheet here with my go-to setups and nothing else. I completely ignore anything else going on in the market. So I trade squeezes, get the weekly, daily, 4-hour, etc., and then I trade pullbacks to the 21 EMA. So before I go to bed last night, I'm coming into today's session knowing the exact setups I'm going to focus on, and also knowing what what the market's going to have to do for me to, be taking action on those setups. So I'm going to walk you guys through a couple of them right here. But the first thing I want to share with y'all, right, interesting observation here is if we take a look at the TTM squeeze indicator, right, which, guys, is a nice gauge of momentum. Right, and we get some weekly charts up here. This is a really important observation. All right. So with the TTM squeeze indicator, guys, when you got these light blue bars down here on the histogram, it's basically bullish momentum. And when the light blue bars go to dark blue, that means we're losing that momentum. So, I want everyone, excuse me, I want all of y'all watching this to kind of, really take a second to think about this. We have had a total blast this year trading this market off the bottom in the presence of momentum. Right. So if we look at our market here, guys, right, we look at our baby for the year, for the first time, we're seeing signs of us losing that momentum. Right. We take a look here at the S&P 500. Right. This market, guys, it has given us so much opportunity, driven by all this momentum. We're seeing the first signs of us losing momentum. Market-leading names such as Amazn are starting to show the same thing. Right, market-leading names such as Facebook are starting to show the same things. Names like Netflix are starting to show the same things. Does this mean the market's going to drop from here? Absolutely not. Does this mean that we can't go higher? Absolutely not. But I think for any trader right now, that's an important observation to make. That the market, we've had so much fun trading this year, is changing a bit. We're beginning to lose that momentum. So just keep that in mind, guys. And now with that being said, here's a couple of the setups I'm focusing on. For one, we got the daily squeeze here on Amazn, right above that 21 EMA. If tech is going to continue to move forward, there's a damn good chance Amazn will as well. So I'm liking the daily squeeze here, guys. We'll see how the market goes this week. But I'm open to the idea of swinging a put credit spread, short and puts at, say, 3,000 to 2,900. So I like that setup a lot. Tesla, which, in the chat room, we absolutely crushed last week. I was selling some puts at 1,400, locked those up on Friday. With Tesla here, guys, you've got the news of the upcoming stock split. You've got the speculation they're going to be added to the S&P 500, right? You got Battery Day coming up. You're trading underneath an all-time high on a stock where there's shorts in here still taking pain, and you got a daily squeeze. That's a hell of a setup. So, while I caught this nice move here last week, what I am looking for potentially is a break at this level here this week, and even more momentum for Tesla. And to make our job even easier, we got an hourly squeeze here heading into the open. Now, it does look like, unfortunately, it's trying to run away a bit here. It's, 7 o'clock in the morning. So, 2.5 hours before the market opens. But nonetheless, guys, this is one of my favorite setups for kind of catching that momentum. Right? The stock makes a big move, then it goes into a squeeze on a lower time frame. That can give you an opportunity to get in there. So, yeah, this thing's a pain in the ass. We'll see where it opens. If we don't gap up and explode, and we're still somewhere in the squeeze, I'm definitely looking to sell some puts down at 1,600, 1,550 for this Friday's expiration. Looking for that continuation. So that is Tesla, guys. A couple of other swing trade setups I'm looking at here. We've got Visa in a really nice daily squeeze. This thing's pretty choppy. So my mindset on this one here, team, is go with a put credit spread, maybe short some puts down at 185, 30, 40 days out to expiration. And then, all you need the thing to do is just keep on chopping, and you're collecting that premium. We got a nice daily squeeze here on NOW. Same mindset here, guys. I'm looking for a put credit spread down at 410, 400, 30 to 40 days out from expiration. Looking for this energy that's getting built up underneath the all-time high here to potentially get released, and we can see a nice move. But at the end of the day, say I sell puts at 410, I just need it to stay above 410. Another good looking squeeze here, guys, in Adobe. Same thought process. Daily squeeze underneath all-time high, yada yada. I'm looking to short some puts down around 145-ish, 30, 40 days out to expiration, and then keep it moving. So that's about it, guys, here for daily squeezes. One thing I am looking at here for, kind of on the back burner is this weekly squeeze here in Boeing. If this thing continues to squeeze for a couple of weeks, this gets tighter and tighter. Gonna have a lot of interest, guys, in that for potentially, longer term swing. And then let's go back to the focus list here. Let's see. A couple of 4-hour squeezes, guys. A couple of 2-hour squeezes. And then, so last night in the private prep video that I posted in the Focus Trades group, let's see, let's get Microsoft. And guys, you can check out the group at focustrades.com, right? $10 a month, and I promise you, you're going to get way more value than other groups that are charging, 3, 4, 5, freaking 10 times the price. So, value over everything. But what I was saying here is, last night in the private prep video, talked about, 2 different kinds of ways I'm going about my trading here. I got my bigger picture setups, guys, like the Tesla trade last week, that Amazon daily squeeze. These are trades where I'm trying to scale into bigger position sizes. Again, taking appropriate risk, it's all relative. Looking for $5,000, $10,000 plus profits. But at the same time, guys, I'm a huge fan of just taking some easy premium. And as your account grows, you can afford, guys, to kind of just take a couple $1,000 and then sell somebody some shitty ass lottery ticket option. It's a nice way to pick up some nice premium. A couple $100 here and there. You do that 10, 15, 20 times over the course of a month. It really adds up. It's paying for your bills. Right? But the whole thing is you got to be able to have, that capital. So, example, guys, of something like Microsoft here is, we're chilling above the 21 on a daily. We got a couple different time frame squeezes here. What I'm thinking is, let's see. Right now, put credit spread for this Friday's expiration. Short and puts at 197.5, buying the 195s. Right now, you're risking $2,000 here to make 100. Guys, if you've got a $5,000, $10,000 account, that doesn't really make much sense. But as your account grows and you got more capital, at your exposure, when $2,000, guys, is a very kind of small fraction of your overall account, things like this kind of become possible, right? Where if, I lose the $2,000, it's not the end of the world. But I don't mind taking $100 here, $100 there, right? Do that a couple times a week, guys, it's $400 or $500. That kind of thing, all of a sudden, you're paying your rent just by selling somebody some really crappy option every week. So, something like this here, guys, on Microsoft. This Friday's expiration, short puts it 197, and from a probability standpoint, we take a look here, guys, at, the probability out the money. And, that 197, guys, has got basically a 90% chance, just based on the math of options, expiring out the money. So we take a look here at the chart, and 197.5 is down here. Right? So to me, guys, because I can, just put up a couple $1,000 there, and it's not a big deal, I'll take your $150, your $200, kind of looking at a couple other things like that. But those guys are nice, for me, nice ways to pay the bills, so to say, get a nice steady income, and then I can wait for something like a Tesla, right, which I hit last week with much bigger size, which was a really nice return, right, and that kind of profit really moved the ball forward there. Something like Amazon, guys, that's a bigger picture setup, a daily squeeze, yada yada. That's what I'm looking at here coming into this week. Being patient, waiting for my big picture A+ setups to warrant entry, and then taking action with some good size, right? The setups that have proven to work with me. In between, scraping some easy premium. So I wish you guys the best of luck this week. If you want to come trade with us, check us out at focustrades.com. We go live every morning about an hour before the market opens. We go right into the market open, and then we stay on the live together, usually for the first hour, hour and a half of the session. You can also check out, guys, the library, all the awesome stuff in the group. So I appreciate you guys watching. As always, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Talk to you guys in the next video. Be safe this week.